The following program is supported in part by Media Design Imaging, Creative House Studios, Motivations for Cleveland, Cleveland Clinic, Metromix.com, Cocoa Bakery, Margaret Wong and Associates, St. Clair Superior Development Corporation, Asian Services in Action, International Community Council, Japanese American Citizens League, City of Cleveland, Councilman Joe Simperman, Ward 13, OCA Columbus Chapter, Asian Hour, 1490 AM with Anthony Yen, Vietnamese Communities of Greater Cleveland, and Erie Chinese Newspaper.
Hello, I'm Harold Hom, Vice President of Public Relations for OCA Cleveland. We are excited to present Image TV Ohio as an outreach initiative to promote cultural diversity. I would like to introduce you to two of our local talents, Ms. Melissa Swan, a cosmetologist at Corey's Hair Studio and Day Spa, and Mr. V. Hun of Motivations of Cleveland and works at the Cleveland Clinic. Thank you for being a part of Image TV Ohio. I'll let you guys take over now.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Image TV Ohio.
Image TV Ohio is a 30-minute TV magazine show that will focus on local Asian Pacific American cultural diversity and their impact in Northeast Ohio.
And with this program, we hope to reach out to all of you.
That's right! Before we continue, let's give a warm shout out to our sponsors. We thank you.
So Melissa, you know what we celebrated recently in January?
The Lunar New Year?
That's right. The Lunar New Year celebration is one of the most festive events in all of Asia. In countries that follow the Chinese calendar, it is celebrated on the first day of the first lunar month, which was on January 26. Tied closely to the Chinese calendar is the Chinese zodiac, which identifies 12 symbolic animals with specific characteristics to represent the 12-year lunar cycle.
This year, 2009, or 4707, according to the lunar calendar, this is the year of the ox. The year of the ox symbolizes prosperity, fortitude, and hard work. So V, how did you celebrate the Lunar New Year?
This year, I celebrated with 60 of my closest friends at a Motivations event at Bolong Chinese restaurant. It was a great time to catch up with old friends and make some new ones as well. We had a 10-course meal that had all my favorite Asian dishes, and also there was a lion dance, which is always exciting. Actually, later on in the show, we'll have a few clips.
That is such a lovely story. In other Asian countries like Cambodia, India, or Thailand, the New Year is celebrated on different days according to their cultural traditions. Being Cambodian, we call it Chol Chnam Tmay. We usually go to a large hall, dance to Khmer music, and eat lots of delicious food well into the night.
Wow, Melissa, Cambodians sure know how to welcome in the new year. Since seeing is believing, should we show our viewers a clip about the Lunar New Year celebration?
Sure! The Asia Society has released a short video on such a topic. Let's take a look.
恭喜发财，四季平安。
Chúc mừng năm mới.
새해 복 많이 받으세요.
These are all ways you can say Happy Lunar New Year. This year you can start celebrating January 26th, which is the first day of the first new moon of the year. After that, the holiday can last up to 15 days. There are lots of ways to celebrate, including making and eating special foods like egg or spring rolls, dumplings said to have good luck packaged inside, rice cakes, oranges, and fish, wearing your best clothes, and decorating with red for happiness and gold for prosperity. Children in China and Vietnam get red envelopes with lucky money for the new year. In Korea, they also get newly minted money as a sign of new beginnings. In China, schools and homes are cleaned from top to bottom to sweep out bad luck. Flowers and live blooming plants symbolize rebirth and new growth. Decorations are elaborate and include hangings that ward off evil spirits. Everyone chips in, making paper cutouts. Door hangings might include Happy Children of Fortune posters. On the walls, you might see a fortune god poster like this. So what about those lucky foods?
One is orange. Orange sounds 橘子, very similar to 吉. 吉 means auspicious. And the other one is apples, 苹果, similar to 平安, which means peaceful or peace. But you don't want to share a pear. Pear sounds 梨子. So 分离 means separation. So you don't really want to have separation from your loved ones.
As you've heard, this is the year of the ox. The lunar calendar goes in 12-year cycles, represented by 12 animals. Which one are you? If you are an ox, you are honest, hardworking, patient, but maybe stubborn. Celebrities born in the year of ox include the painter Van Gogh and Walt Disney. No matter what your animal sign, Lunar New Year is a wonderful time to celebrate with family and friends. In China, after 15 days, which coincides with a full moon, the celebrations culminate with the Lantern Festival. Everyone goes out into the streets, red lanterns are everywhere. As with the beginning of the holiday, firecrackers go off to scare away evil spirits. Happy New Year!
The OCA Cleveland Chapter is a nonprofit, nonpartisan civil rights and educational organization which serves the growing Asian Pacific American community of Northeast Ohio. OCA Cleveland was founded in 1983, has a rich history of collaborating with other organizations and communities to promote ethnic awareness and cultural diversity. OCA Cleveland Chapter is part of the National OCA, with over 84 chapters and affiliates within the United States. We are dedicated to promoting cultural heritage, active participation in civic and community affairs, securing justice and equal treatment and equal opportunity for all Americans of Asian Pacific descent. OCA Cleveland, embracing the hopes and aspirations of Asian Pacific Americans in the United States. For more information about OCA Cleveland Chapter, please visit OCAGC.org.
Did you know some families smear the lips of their kitchen god with honey or sweet rice at the end of the Lunar New Year to ensure he says sweet things about them?
Welcome back. Now that we've learned about the Lunar New Year celebration, let's take a look on how our Northeast Ohio community celebrated the Lunar New Year.
We would go to flower market, and there would be tons and tons of flowers, from chrysanthemum to orchids and other great exotic Vietnamese flowers that I could not think of the English name for it. And we would use it and put it on the altar for our ancestors worshiping, and also the rest go to table decoration. Clap! And clap! And clap!
Pretty good. Very well arranged of insert. Let's start one more. Want to do one more? Just one more.
Hi there, this is Tony Tai from Image TV Ohio. And we have with us here is Dr.
Xiang Zhou.
Now, how do you celebrate the Lunar New Year?
Usually, every year, we will have a New Year dinner party held in a restaurant, and we have games, we have gifts raffles, and also, of course, it's a chance for to meet each other, friend to talk to each other, and also meet new friends, of course. And this year, we will also have a new award presentation, which is Half-Star Distinguished Faculty and Staff Award presentation. This award was established in 2008, and this will be the first presentation for this award.
Okay, so let's start from the first game, charade. The purpose of this game is there are a lot of...
And we have with us here is Miss Grace Huang. Now, how are you doing today?
I'm fabulous today because we have a big celebration.
How did you celebrate the Lunar New Year as a child?
Okay, that's great. You know, I was born in Taiwan, and as a child, the most exciting thing for me is to dress up during the new year and wearing new clothes, fabulous, and also getting the new dollar bill, the new money, and also seeing my parents, my extended family members, they would play mahjong. It's one of the signature game in Taiwan, and they would play mahjong. If they play well, they won. Then they would give us some commissions. So that was fabulous.
And what is your name?
Anju Kapoor.
And how do you celebrate the Lunar New Year?
Our Lunar New Year is called Diwali, and it comes either in October or in November, and it represents a holy festival of King Ram going out of the forest and into the light, and to celebrate, everyone lights candles, they celebrate with sweets, and they also do fireworks.
学校家长俱乐部带给我们一个舞蹈。我和草原有个约定。We bring to you a dance by the CCCCA Parent Association.
Lisa Wong here with Image TV Ohio. We're here with Felton Thomas. He's a new director here at the Cleveland Public Library. How do you celebrate Lunar New Year at home?
Well, generally with my wife and my two children, we would do the lucky money, and we would do things like the New Year dinner and things of that nature. But fortunately, my wife and children back are in Las Vegas finishing up school, so I didn't get a chance to celebrate it with them this year. So this was my opportunity to celebrate the Lunar New Year with my new family.
Hi, it's Lisa Wong here with Doris Yee of the Cleveland Public Library. When did this Lunar New Year celebration begin?
It started about we're going into our 8th year, and it was an idea that I had been thinking about for quite some time, because I felt that when you look at diversity, it is including us and everybody else. And I had went to the director at that time and asked them about considering it, and he said, "Sure, if you if you want to go ahead and do it, you have my blessing." So I went and pursued it, and we started out originally about 125 people attending that first year. And then after that, it just grew and grew and grew.
Again, thank you for being in Cleveland. Thank you for what you do for Cleveland, and Happy New Year.
Did you know to cry on New Year's Day is to cry all year long, so children are indulged and never spanked?
The OCA Cleveland Chapter is a non-profit, non-partisan civil rights and educational organization which serves the growing Asian Pacific American community of Northeast Ohio. OCA Cleveland was founded in 1983, has a rich history of collaborating with other organizations and communities to promote ethnic awareness and cultural diversity. OCA Cleveland Chapter is part of the National OCA, with over 84 chapters and affiliates within the United States. We are dedicated to promoting cultural heritage, active participation in civic and community affairs, securing justice and equal treatment and equal opportunity for all Americans of Asian Pacific descent. OCA Cleveland, embracing the hopes and aspirations of Asian Pacific Americans in the United States. For more information about OCA Cleveland Chapter, please visit OCAGC.org.
Did you know the Chinese avoid serving fresh tofu during the Lunar New Year? Because of its white color, it is deemed to symbolize death and misfortune. Did you know families often light lanterns during the Lunar New Year to symbolize the brightness of spring.
Welcome back to Image TV Ohio's OCAGC Outreach Initiative. My name is Vi Huan. I'm here today at MOTIVASIANS Lunar New Year celebration at Bolong Chinese Restaurant in Cleveland's Asiatown. My first guest is Alyssa Naragon, who is the president of MOTIVASIANS.
MOTIVASIANS for Cleveland is a group of young professionals made up of Asian Americans who are vibrant individuals who are wanting to succeed in Greater Cleveland. Our three criteria, or actually goals that we have, are to impact the community in a positive light. And by doing that, we want to attract and retain Asian Americans from all over the United States or even all over the world to come to Greater Cleveland.
Growing up, what were some of the traditions that your family celebrated during the Lunar New Year?
Eat and take naps. You eat until you can't move, you eat more, you eat another third, fourth, and fifth meal. Our family can't get enough of it, whether it's in New York, Hong Kong, now in Cleveland. Wherever we end up, the big tradition for us is to find the best restaurant we can find and eat to our heart's content.
I'm here now with Grammy Award-winning Angeline Chang, professor of piano at Cleveland State University. Angeline, what are some of your fondest memories growing up celebrating the Lunar New Year?
Where I grew up in the middle of Indiana, a lot of times my father would go to Chicago, my parents would go to Chicago and bring back some rice cakes or some Chinese delicacies or something Asian so that we could all celebrate. And typically one of my favorites is those New Year rice cakes.
Did you know the old year and its spirits are banished by sweeping the floors before New Year's Day? Don't sweep on New Year's Day, you'll sweep away the new year.
Welcome back to Image TV Ohio, a program about Asian Pacific American cultural diversity in our community. Today we have Ms. Rosa Lee and David Bananyani and the Cleveland Chinese Music Ensemble. Would you like to tell us more about the ensemble?
Sure. The ensemble was formed in the fall of 2008 as the result of a request from the University of Akron's new Confucius Institute, and they wanted some traditional Chinese music for their opening celebration at E.J. Thomas Hall. I had been specializing in Asian music at Kent State University, but we didn't have a Chinese ensemble, so I contacted Rosa Lee in Cleveland, who's been teaching Chinese music and the guzheng for over 20 years. And it turned out that she knew quite a few Chinese musicians in the Cleveland area. So we started with 5 musicians, did the performance in Akron, and we've stayed together for several months, and now we've gone up to 13 musicians in the group.
Wow. Would you like to tell us more about your past memorable performances?
Over the last few months, we've gotten the opportunity to perform for WCPN, WVIZ Channel 25. We've performed at the Cleveland Public Library, at the University of Akron, and also at a few other places.
That's very nice. Ms. Rosa, would you like to introduce some of your members and their instruments that they like to play?
Sure. Let me start with my instrument. You can see there are 2 same kind of instrument we call 古筝 in Chinese. And I just say Chinese zither, so make it easy to understand. And I let Allison to do the demonstration, and she can tell you the feature for the 古筝.
Traditionally, we play with our right hand to make a sound. And then we press the strings to modify the sound. However, in modern music, we frequently use both hands, somewhat like the piano, to create a more complex melody. I will demonstrate.
That was very nice.
Yeah, let's move to the next instrument. And Yan Ping is the professional pipa player in China. And the pipa, you can see she has that on her lap. And she rotates the finger to play on the right hand side, and the left side just press the pipa. Let her to do small demonstration piece for you. Thank you, Yanpi. And next instrument we are going to introduce is 笛子. And Xiao Jianxin, Jay, he has been performed the 笛子 since he was youngster. So I let Xiao Jianxin show you the 笛子.
This is 笛子 in Chinese. We call it a Chinese flute. The big difference with the normal flute is there is a membrane hole in beads that makes the sound much brighter than normal. I'm going to show you something. I'm sorry. Please.
Yeah, sometimes the membrane hole is broken, so it doesn't make any sound. So when they have the big performance, and they will prepare at least 2 or 3 beads just in case. Sometimes the membrane hole is very thin.
Let me try again.
Thank you. And also, do you know this beads have a very unique feature, different from Western flute, and they can make the bird chirping sound. So can you demonstrate just that portion? Oh, that's nice. So let's move to the next instrument, which is sheng, performed by David. David is professor at the Kent State University musical department, so he will explain his instrument to you.
The sheng is a mouth organ with 17 bamboo pipes. Each pipe is fitted with a bronze reed. The reeds are free reeds, much like you would find in a harmonica or accordion, and in fact this is the ancestor of those instruments which were only invented in the 1800s based on the sheng, which dates back to at least 400 BC. This is the only Chinese wind instrument that provides a harmony for the ensemble. It's kind of a harmonic framework. You can play a single melody, or you could play that same melody with multiple pipes, creating a harmony effect.
Thank you, David. And David is our director, and he put a lot of effort for assembling everything for us. We really appreciate that. And let's move to the next person. It's Huang Yanhao. And Yanhao is playing the erhu, and erhu also known as Chinese violin. So let him to show you how the Chinese violin works.
The unique of this Chinese violin is the sound box here. They have a thin film skin. This is a snake skin. Because of that, they have a good quality of the material, so they have a good quality of the sound. Let me show you some of the sound.
Thank you, Yanhao. Let's move to the percussion, okay? We have 3 percussionists today, and the first lady we want to introduce is Dr. Xu Han. Can you show our instrument?
Yes, actually, I am a practicing physician. I'm not a musician. I'm here because of my daughter, Allison Jin. She's a 6th grader at Hawkins School. Today, I'm going to play the Chinese cymbal, which was made of brass. And this particular one is a very important instrument of Chinese gong and drum music, which usually used in celebrations. And this one is from Shanxi province, and it's got the label on it. It's very authentic, and it produces a very high-pitched sound.
Oh, I'm so happy because that's from Shanxi province. I'm from Shanxi. Shanxi province is my hometown. Okay, the next gentleman we are going to let you see is Mr. David Mansbar. Can you show us the instrument?
Yes, I'm playing a Chinese woodblock, and it's actually it's called a mu yu.
Mu yu.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Chinese music is new to me, so I'm starting out on percussion, and these are actually named. The name actually means wood fish, and these are played traditionally as meditative instruments in temples.
Can you strike some song to? Thank you. The lady over there is Amy Lee. Can Amy Lee introduce the instrument to the audience?
What I'm playing is like a gong. Other than that, I have no clue how to play like any instrument. They just told me to strike it once, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Can you try it first?
And that was very lovely. So let's hear the whole ensemble together.
For our first piece, we will play Mo Li Hua, which is jasmine flower. It's one of the most popular and beloved folk melodies of China.
Did you know the Vietnamese observe the Lunar New Year and the arrival of the spring with the festival of Tiet Nhong Dam, or simply Tiet? In Korea, rural areas celebrate Tongshang Yi, a welcoming of the New Year with shaman rituals emphasizing fertility.
Welcome back. In today's community news, the Cleveland Indian community was stunned by the recent death of one of their prominent members, Vijaya Imani. In remembrance, more than 800 people attended the services of this devoted and loved volunteer, who continually strove to promote community building. Imani is well known for the creation of the Indian Cultural Garden, as well as arranging for the construction of the statue of Mahatma Gandhi. The statue currently resides on Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. A fund also was established to aid her family. Those wishing to donate may do so at any U.S. Bank branch. On February 23rd, the Cleveland City Council and the local Asian community celebrated the Lunar New Year. The council meeting began with honoring local Asian community leaders and was then followed by a brief performance by the Japanese American Citizen League's Icho Daiko Mame Daiko drummers. We would like to thank our Ward 13 Councilman Zipperman and his staff for making this event possible, and our friend and supporter, Ms. Jamie Baker, Executive Director of St. Clair Superior Development Corporation. The Asian Pacific American Federation will be having their annual Heritage Day event in May. It will be a 2-day event which will include a presentation at Cleveland City Hall, cultural performances, and an exhibition at Saigon Plaza. Additional information will be at OCAGC.org when it becomes available. On March 8, Mr. Anthony Yen of Asian Hour, WERE 1490 AM, was gracious enough to provide an hour of program for OCA. Topics discussed include discrimination, race, and our Image TV outreach initiative. We hope that many of you will tune into WERE 1490 AM that day. What happens when a zombie has no teeth and wishes to eat brains and other body parts? This question is answered in Johnny K. Woo's tongue-in-cheek zombie comedy short film, Jean-Claude the Gumming Zombie. It will be screening twice at the Mayfield Library branch of the Cleveland Public Library on March 21st at 1 p.m. and then again at 3 p.m. For more information, go to thegummingzombie.com. OCAGC is proud to be a sponsor of the Cleveland International Film Festival. At the festival, there will be numerous international films, including the Taiwanese film Oars Boys, directed by Yachi Yang. Oars Boys is about two kids who are punished by having to repair books at their school library because of their talent for creating tall tales. While restoring books, the stories they find only help to fuel their imaginations, and they soon come to believe that a nearby marine park is a portal to hyperspace to adulthood, which allows them to escape their unhappy family lives. Oars Boys will be showing on Friday, March 20 at 4:20 p.m. and Monday, March 23rd at 2:05 p.m. Additional information about Oars Boys and other films can be found at clevelandfilm.org. The International Services Center is pleased to announce the annual Folk Festival, which will be held on Sunday, March 22nd at 4 p.m. at Playhouse Square's Allen Theater. Experience the many cultures of Asia, Africa, and Europe in just one afternoon. Tickets are $15 a person. For more information, you can contact the International Services Center at 216-781-4560. The St. Clair Superior Development Corporation, who brought us last year's Year of the Rat Statue celebration, is currently planning Culture Fest 2009, which will be a grand celebration of cultural diversity in Cleveland. The event will feature music, dance, and performances, authentic foods, youth activities, cultural displays and demonstrations, vendors, and contests. It will be on Saturday, June 27th from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. at the Tyler Village, which is located at East 36th Street between Superior Avenue and St. Clair. For more information, you can visit www.culturefestcleveland.com. In 2010, the U.S. Census Bureau will ask for every resident of our nation to be counted. The 2010 census is important because it determines the funding for critical local community services, and it helps generate thousands of jobs across the country. More jobs mean a more robust local economy. The 2010 census questionnaire is simple and safe. Only asks a few questions like a person's name, relationship, gender, race, age, date of birth, and whether they own or rent their home or apartment. The survey is kept confidential and has remained that way for over 72 years. OCAGC supports the 2010 census, and we hope you too will be a willing participant. Don't miss the 5th annual Warehouse District Street Festival on Sunday, August 2nd, from noon to 8 p.m. The festival will be on West 6th Street from Frankfort to Lakeside. This will be an exciting time to enjoy great food from Warehouse District restaurants, terrific entertainment, residential open houses, an art show, children's activities, cornhole, and many others. It's free to the public. Call 216-344-3937 for more information. During the weekend of May 2nd and 3rd, 2009, a nonprofit organization called Remote Area Medical, or RAM, is bringing free healthcare to the greater Cleveland area. During this 2-day health expedition, RAM will transform the Cuyahoga County Fairgrounds in Berea, Ohio, into a mobile clinic that will provide free dental, medical, and eye care to as many of Northeast Ohio's uninsured and underinsured as possible. Care will be provided on a first-come, first-served basis. No qualifications, proof of citizenship, or financial information is required. For more information, go to www.ramohio.org or call 216-231-5350. Now we'll go further beyond the boundaries of Northeast Ohio to our OCA family, the Columbus chapter, and our OCA national headquarters in Washington, D.C.
Hello, my name is Wen-Tong Lin. I'm the current president of OCA Columbus chapter. Central Ohio has always been contains very diverse Asian communities here. We have Chinese, obviously. We have Indian. We have Vietnamese. We have Korean. We have Cambodian. We have Filipinos. We have pretty much any Asian ethnicities here you can think of. But I want to stress the importance of further or continuation of our work. I think that we as a society need to really come together and sit down and enjoy each other. We have not done enough, and OCA Columbus, among many chapters of OCA across the country, we strive to really bring out the best of human society and really try to say, really deep in the heart, we are not that different from each other. At the end of the day, we are all humans. We all carry something that is so profound, that is so unique, that we can actually, if we are open-minded enough, we can actually enjoy each other and be part of a society and a community as a whole. We cannot just turn our heads and walk away and pretend everything is fine. And I hope that in my lifetime that we will be able to see that people are finally breaking the wall of ethnicities and cultures, and finally we can break out and say, now we can unite it.
For me, as someone living in Columbus, it's a little bit politically incorrect to say that Columbus didn't discover America, but it was really not discovered by Columbus. The first immigrants to America actually were Asians. Chinese not only came over in one migration, but in many different migrations, different routes at different times. Now I have a very strong support that Chinese in Ming Dynasty actually came to America coming from the East Coast and through around the southern tip of Africa, and then came to America on the East Coast. There are many evidence again. One very strong one is that the Cherokee people carry a Ming Dynasty flag, and they also adopted a lot of the Ming Chinese culture. And now I'm writing a book about this history that's missing in all the textbooks, and to give it the real picture of how Chinese and the early Americans interact.
Columbus is a very diverse community. The rich fabric is colorful with contrast as well as in harmony. The year of 2007 marked the 25th anniversary of the death of Vincent Chin. He was a young Chinese American living in Detroit. He was beaten to death by two auto workers who blamed Asian for the economic difficulty of U.S. auto industry. Since then, a lot of progress has been made. However, we know we continue to see racist, anti-immigrant, and xenophobic incidences. Ignorance is the seed of hatred. We believe that through education and community collaboration, we can achieve a cross-cultural understanding and build mutual respect. OCA Columbus chapter collaborated with the Ohio Civil Rights Commission and also City of Columbus. We organized a hate crime prevention conference. I hope we'll be able to continue to report to you our 2009 projects. So stay tuned.
Did you know San Francisco's Lunar New Year Parade is the largest in the world outside of China and the largest in the United States?
The OCA Cleveland Chapter is a nonprofit, nonpartisan civil rights and educational organization which serves the growing Asian Pacific American community of Northeast Ohio. OCA Cleveland was founded in 1983, has a rich history of collaborating with other organizations and communities to promote ethnic awareness and cultural diversity. OCA Cleveland Chapter is part of the National OCA, with over 84 chapters and affiliates within the United States. We are dedicated to promoting cultural heritage, active participation in civic and community affairs, securing justice and equal treatment and equal opportunity for all Americans of Asian Pacific descent. OCA Cleveland, embracing the hopes and aspirations of Asian Pacific Americans in the United States. For more information about OCA Cleveland Chapter, please visit OCAGC.org.
Did you know it's a sign of respect to bow 3 times before giving a red envelope, or Hong Bao? Envelopes are not to be opened until the recipient has left the home of the giver.
Steve, did you enjoy the programming?
You bet I did, Melissa. I'm sure our viewers at home did as well.
I sure hope so. Please continue to support our effort. This is our community, and this is your voice. The show will also be available online. As we bid you farewell, let's watch the wonderful performance from the Cleveland Chinese Music Ensemble. I'm Melissa Suen.
And I'm Vi Hun.
See you next time.
Our next piece is entitled Xi Yang Yang, or Happiness and Joy. And this piece was composed in the 1950s based on Shanxi opera melody.
The following program is supported in part by Media Design Imaging, Creative House Studios, MOTIVASIANS for Cleveland, Cleveland Clinic, Metromix.com, Cocoa Bakery, Margaret Wong and Associates, St. Clair Superior Development Corporation, Asian Services in Action, International Community Council, Japanese American Citizens League, City of Cleveland, Councilman Joe Simperman, Ward 13. OCA Columbus Chapter, Asian Hour, 1490 AM with Anthony Yen. Vietnamese Communities of Greater Cleveland. And Erie Chinese Newspaper.